This video will show you how to make corrections. The first thing that you need to do is navigate to this Google Doc page, and then what you're going to want to do is at the top here where it says File, you're going to click File and then Make a Copy. And then that will make a copy in your own Google Docs. If you want, you can also download it as a Microsoft Word document or Open Document if that's what you use. All right, and then once you have that, you can see that there is a table for you to complete down at the bottom here. And the table basically says the number, the text of the question, your answer, the correct answer, and then the lesson and why it's the correct answer. So let's go and see what question we want to do. Let's start with number 2 here. So basically you would just start by putting a number 2. So you just type 2, and then you're going to copy the question. So just highlight it and then Control C or right mouse click copy and just paste it in there, and then go back and get the wrong answer or the answer that you selected, copy it and paste it in, and then go back and get the correct answer and copy and paste it in. And now the actual step or the actual process of making the corrections is to find out where in the module you can discover why this is the correct answer. So this is from Module 2, Physical Science. So we'll go to Module 2, Physical Science. And what you do then is you go through each lesson and see if you can find out where it talks about, in this case, low energy waves. It's also going to have something to do with wavelength and frequency, because that's the correct answer here, long wavelengths and low frequencies. So those are the kind of words we're going to be on the lookout for: low energy waves, wavelength, and frequency. So we'll go through and a lot of information about what a wave is. There's something about frequency. So you would kind of click on that and read it and find out what frequency is and see if it talks anything about energy or wavelength. And we don't really see anything there. So you keep going through, reading about everything, maybe destruction. There's something about high energy, but it doesn't really talk about wavelength or frequency. So maybe the next one. Well, sound waves, I'm not sure that really. There's something about frequency, so you would just see if it talks about energy or wavelength, and I'm not seeing that anywhere. Still not seeing it. So go to the next one. And yes, reading about waves. So you actually, be reading through all this and see what you're looking for is wavelength and frequency and energy. This still is just talking about wavelength and frequency. I'm not seeing anything about energy yet. Let's keep going down. Oh, here's something. It says low frequency and long wavelength, but nothing about energy still. So as you're reading through this, maybe there's something about energy. I'm not seeing anything about energy yet. So we'll keep going. And let's check 2.04 to the Y, and then just looking through here, and now there's something about wavelength and frequency and energy. Okay, so this says the shorter the wavelength, the greater the frequency and energy. So it looks like that as frequency is greater, so is energy. So high energy would be high frequency. And then the second sentence here says lesser frequency and energy. So that means that if you have low frequency, you have low energy. So let's go back and see. Okay, good. So long wavelength, low frequency, and low energy. So this is following along here. It says longer wavelength, long wavelength, low frequency, and low energy. All right, so this is where in the lesson that you would have learned about it. So you're going to copy that. And then you're also going to go up here to where it says 2.04, because that is the lesson that you learned it. And then you just paste in the information from that. And that's how you would make corrections. Let me know if you have any questions.